They say when a man applies for a job and the employer Googles his name and immediately picks up the phone to say, "We cannot take this person," the problem is not the employer. The problem is the record. Germany just did exactly that to Nigeria. And the whole world is watching. You saw the headline, and let me tell you, the conversation happening right now in Abuja, in Lagos, in Nigerian diaspora communities scattered across Europe is not a quiet one. We have confirmed reports from multiple credible outlets that Germany has reportedly refused to accept the man President Tinubu nominated as Nigeria's ambassador to Berlin. And the reasons Germany cited are not about visa paperwork. They are not about protocol. Germany reportedly raised concerns about erratic behavior, divisive ethnocentric comments, tribalistic conduct, and religious fundamentalist statements. In plain language, Germany looked at the man Nigeria wanted to send to one of the most powerful capitals in Europe and said, "This person is not fit to represent your country here. We are going to break down exactly who this man is and why his record should have disqualified him before his name ever left Abuja. We will connect his history of attacking journalists on live television to the moment a British envoy called him out by name for election hate speech. We will examine what the EU's own election observers wrote about his role in spreading disinformation. And we are going to ask the question that every Nigerian deserves an answer to: if Germany could find all of this by simply typing his name into a search engine, why did the Nigerian Senate not do the same thing? If this story is making your blood boil, do me a massive favor right now and smash that like button. It tells the algorithm that Nigerians care about accountability, and it helps us keep bringing you the stories that those in power would rather you never saw. And if you are not yet subscribed to Global Headlines, hit that button right now and turn on your notification bell. You need to be here for this one. Let's get into it. The man at the center of this story is a former Minister of Aviation. He was among the 65 ambassadors and high commissioners appointed by President Tinubu in early March 2026. His posting was Germany, not a small posting, not a quiet diplomatic backwater. Germany is one of Africa's largest trading partners. Germany is a founding pillar of the European Union. Germany hosts one of the biggest Nigerian diaspora communities on the entire continent. This is the kind of posting you give to your finest diplomat, your sharpest mind, your most unimpeachable representative. Now let us talk about the record. Because this is not hidden. This is not buried in classified government files. This is sitting on the open internet, fully searchable, fully documented, and fully damning. Cast your mind back to 2020. This man held a press conference in Calabar during a political tour. A journalist, doing his job, asking a legitimate question, wanted to know who was funding the event. What happened next was captured on live television and shared millions of times. The man erupted. He called the journalist stupid. He told him he could see from his face how stupid he was. He threatened to report him to his publisher. He said he would physically hit anyone who came at him like that. The Nigerian Union of Journalists condemned him. The public condemned him. He initially refused to apologize. That is the man Nigeria wanted to send to represent 220 million people in Berlin. But wait, it gets worse. During the 2023 general elections, this same man was a key figure in the ruling party's campaign operation. The United Kingdom's own Deputy High Commissioner stood up publicly and called him out by name, for making derogatory and inciting comments. The British government revealed it had placed individuals on a visa ban watchlist for election-related hate speech. This man's name was on that list. And when the British envoy said this publicly, you know what the response was? He called the diplomat a Little Englander and told him to keep his dirty nose out of Nigeria's affairs. Not a denial. Not a lawyer's letter. Pure naked aggression aimed directly at a foreign diplomat. And Tinubu's government saw all of this and still put his name forward to Germany. Here is the part that should make every Nigerian sit up straight. The European Union's own election observation mission reportedly flagged his role in spreading disinformation during those same 2023 elections. The same European Union that Germany leads and helped found. So when Nigeria sent his name to Berlin asking for diplomatic approval, all Berlin had to do was check its own filing cabinet. The answer was already there. Germany did not need a special investigation. Germany just needed to care. And apparently Germany cared more about vetting Nigeria's ambassador than Nigeria's own Senate did. The Senate that is supposed to screen these nominees. The Senate that held confirmation hearings. The Senate that approved him. A foreign government had to do the job that Nigeria's own institutions refused to do. Let that sink in. Now, the nominee himself has denied the reports. He has called it fake news and accused the opposition of trying to destroy him. But here is what is very telling: he did not address the specific allegations Germany raised. He did not explain the 2020 journalist incident. He did not respond to the UK visa watchlist. He did not address the EU election observer report. His entire defense was, the opposition is behind it. And when a man's only answer to serious, documented, publicly available concerns about his character is to blame his enemies, that silence speaks louder than any press statement ever could. I want to ask you directly, and I want you to answer this honestly in the comments below. Does it disturb you that a European government reportedly enforced a higher standard for Nigerian representation than the Nigerian Senate did? Drop your answer below. Not party lines. Not APC versus PDP. Your honest Nigerian heart. Because thousands of people are going to read your comment, and this is exactly the kind of conversation this country needs to be having right now. The Nigerian government now reportedly faces two choices: quietly redeploy him to another country, with South Africa reportedly being considered, or drop him from the list entirely. But here is the brutal truth that nobody in Aso Rock wants to say out loud. If Germany said no based on his public record, that record does not change because you move him to Pretoria. The tweets are still there. The videos are still there. The court records from nearly 2 decades of EFCC proceedings, which ended in acquittal, to be fair, are still fully searchable. If any other country does its homework the way Germany reportedly did, the result will be identical. You cannot spend years attacking journalists, insulting foreign envoys, stoking ethnic and religious division, and appearing in international election disinformation reports, and then expect the world to roll out the red carpet and receive you as a statesman. The internet does not forget. Germany just proved that loudly. And this is where global headlines has to say what others are afraid to say. Nigeria is overflowing with brilliant, accomplished, principled people who would walk through any diplomatic vetting process in the world without a single red flag raised. People whose names would make Germany, the UK, the United States, and the entire European Union proud to host. People who would represent this country with the dignity and excellence that 220 million Nigerians deserve. But those people are not politically connected enough. They did not campaign hard enough. They did not pledge loyalty to the right patron at the right time. And so this is what Nigeria gets instead: rejection, international embarrassment, and a front-page scandal being read from Lagos to London to Washington. That is the rot Germany has just exposed. Not the rot of one man. The rot of a system that treats the representation of 220 million people as a political prize for loyalty rather than a sacred responsibility to the nation. A system that will keep producing these moments of international shame until Nigerians collectively demand something different. If you found this breakdown valuable, please share it right now in your WhatsApp groups, on your Twitter, on your Facebook. This story deserves to be in every Nigerian conversation today. Subscribe to Global Headlines if you have not already and turn on your notifications so you never miss a breakdown like this. Until next time, stay informed, stay vigilant, and never stop holding power to account.